everyone, welcome back to the channel. First of all, you'll have to forgive my voice because for the second time this year I am sick. Why be sick once when you can be sick twice? I decided that I was going to dedicate this video to a little bit of a fun experiment. For the uninitiated, ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot and it was released in November of 2022. There's been quite a bit of controversy around it being used in academic settings. A lot of people are worried about students using it to cheat on tests and in essay writing exercises and stuff like that. And a lot of people say that artificial intelligence is going to completely erase human creativity, or, the usual stuff people say whenever there's new technology that comes around. Personally, I think it's still a little bit too early to tell what impact OpenAI and ChatGPT are going to have on society, but for now, I would just like to have a little bit of fun with it. So, without further ado, let's see if ChatGPT can come up with some interesting writing prompts. I was playing around with this a little bit before I started recording, so I already have a sense of what's going to happen, which is really good. But I am really curious to see how far I can push the AI, so I'm probably just going to be repeatedly asking the same thing, just to see if it'll give me more specific or, I guess, more unusual prompts, and we'll just see how it goes. So I said, give me a writing prompt, and it said, here's a writing prompt. Write a story about a person who wakes up with the ability to freeze time, but soon discovers that their power has unexpected consequences. See, I'm not a big fan of any sort of time travel or time manipulation stories, but that one's intriguing. Regenerate response. Alright. Prompt number 2. Sure, here's a writing prompt for you. I love it. It's so conversational. Write a story about a person who wakes up with no memory of their past, but discovers they have the ability to time travel. What the hell is with all this time travel stuff? As they journey through different eras, they slowly begin to piece together their own forgotten history and the reason for their unique power. But with each jump through time, they realize they are altering the course of history and must decide whether to use their ability for personal gain or the greater good. See, I feel like this has been done 5,000 times. So how about, let's try another. Write a story about a group of people who live in a world where technology has advanced to the point where everyone has a chip implanted in their brain that connects them to a virtual world. The chip allows people to experience anything they desire, from traveling to different parts of the world, I'm surprised they didn't say time traveling there, to fulfilling their wildest dreams. But when a virus infects the chip, the virtual world becomes a dangerous place, and the group must band together to find a way to survive and escape back to reality. Along the way, they discover the true cost of their addiction to the virtual world and the importance of human connection in a world driven by technology. It's a little unsettling to get a prompt like this from AI, because I sort of feel like they're giving us a preview into the post-apocalyptic future that we could have. I'm not sure I'm connecting with that, but I think there might just be a little bit of cognitive dissonance at play. What do you think? What does she think? I don't know. Do you like this one? Or should we move on? Let's move on. This is really starting to freak me out. I don't like that one. Might as well be honest, right? This is really cool. I apologize if that prompt didn't resonate with you. Let me suggest another one. Write a story about a young woman, who inherits a mysterious antique shop from her grandmother. As she begins to explore the shop's hidden corners and unusual artifacts, she discovers that each item holds a unique and sometimes dangerous power. With the help of her grandmother's former apprentice, who she discovers has been trapped in one of the objects for years, the young woman must navigate the shop's dangerous magic to uncover the truth behind her grandmother's past and her own destiny. Along the way, she faces tough choices about how to use the object's powers and must learn to trust her own intuition and strength. See, here's something that I'm noticing. The way these prompts are conveyed almost reads like a blurb, right? Or not a synopsis, but like an elevator pitch almost. Like it's a very well encapsulated idea. And I'm almost curious, just reading through a couple of these prompts, if I could get it to write a very concise summary of my books. given just a few key points. And because it is so conversational, I feel like the writing is more approachable than it would be if it were written by someone who's not as familiar with marketing. I really like the fact that there's so much content in such a small space, and I just feel like that carries a lot of potential on the book marketing front. You know what, we're just trying to have fun here, right? So let's not overanalyze what the robots say. There'll be plenty of time for that later. That's very cool, I'm telling it, but I'd like to hear another. I'm getting more interaction from this than real human beings. Sure thing, here's another writing prompt. Write a story about a group of astronauts who are sent on a mission to explore a new planet. When they land, they discover that the planet is teeming with life unlike anything they've ever seen before. As they explore further, they uncover a sinister plot by a group of alien scientists who have been experimenting on the planet's inhabitants. The astronauts must navigate the dangers of the alien world to stop the experiments and save the planet from destruction. Along the way, they grapple with questions about the ethics of scientific research and the price of progress. Well, that is very apropos. What is the price of progress? The price of progress is a complex and multifaceted concept, and it can be interpreted and understood in different ways depending on one's perspective and context. Fair enough. Broadly speaking, the price of progress, and this is what the AI is saying, this is not me coming up with things, I can't think on my feet this quickly. Oh my goodness, come here. Broadly speaking, the price of progress refers to the costs, both intended and unintended, that come with technological, scientific, or social advancement. For example, progress in the field of medicine can save countless lives, but it can also create new ethical dilemmas around issues such as genetic engineering, medical privacy, and access to healthcare. Similarly, progress in the field of automation can make our lives more convenient and efficient. This is a great example. But it can also lead to job loss and economic inequality, which is something that we're already dealing with. Obviously, everybody is very familiar with the cost of living increasing. I worry sometimes that we've made our lives almost, I don't want to say too easy, because life is not easy. It never has been. I don't think it ever will be. But I think we've cut a lot of corners as a society, and we've done it all in the name of capital gain and greed, and I worry a little bit what that's going to do, given the fact that our global population is an ever-expanding number, and there just simply isn't enough to go around. There's not enough space, there's not enough food, not enough of what we need for everybody to live comfortably, and I think that's really going to strain our society in the future, the very near future too. Ultimately, the price of progress is a matter of balancing the benefits of advancement against their potential costs and consequences, and making decisions that prioritize the well-being of individuals and society as a whole. Well, that was very nice. Thank you, ChatGPT. Let's get back to writing prompts. Sure thing, here's another writing prompt. Write a story about a person who wakes up with the ability to see the future in their dreams. At first, they use this power to gain personal advantage, but soon they realize that their actions have unintended consequences. Where have we seen this before? That ripple through time. Again with the time theme. I'm not liking this. You know what? I think I'm going to tell it that. I'm going to say no more time travel stories. I've had enough. As they grapple with the ethical implications of their gift, they must navigate the complex web of cause and effect to prevent a catastrophic future from coming to pass. Along the way, they learn about the limitations of their power and the importance of living in the present. Now that is important, and I have not been doing enough of that lately, which is probably why I'm sick. I'm stressing out about shit. I'm going to tell it that I don't want to hear any more time travel prompts. I apologize for suggesting a few prompts involving time travel. Here's another writing prompt that doesn't involve time travel. Write a story about a small town that's plagued by a series of bizarre occurrences, from crops failing to livestock disappearing. The townspeople start to suspect that there's something supernatural at play, and tensions rise as different factions disagree on what's causing the strange events. When a group of outsiders arrives in town and claims to have the solution, the townspeople must decide whether to trust them or take matters into their own hands. As the situation escalates, the characters must confront their own beliefs about faith, community, and the unknown. Well, kind of I like that one. That's kind of interesting. Kind of right up my alley with the whole small town, supernatural, like that. Hang on. Can I like this? No, not like that. Okay. Take a screenshot of that then. Just in case. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I just want to remember it. Very cool. More, please. I'm glad you like it. If you have any specific preferences or ideas for a writing prompt, feel free to let me know and I can try to tailor one to your interest. This is good. This is what I wanted to know beforehand when I said I wonder if I could use it to generate sellable book blurbs. Can you give me a prompt that involves... What have I always wanted to write about? Italy. Sure, here's a writing prompt that involves Italy. Write a story about an American tourist who traveled to Italy on a whim, hoping to escape her mundane life and find adventure. When she arrives, she discovers a small, picturesque village where time seemed to have stood still. Oh my god. Oh, we've been over this. Okay. But as she starts to explore the village and its ancient landmarks, Italy has quite a few ancient landmarks. It's a very old country. She uncovers a dark secret that had been hidden for centuries. With the help of a local historian, she delves into the town's rich history and must unravel the mystery before it's too late. Along the way, she falls in love with the beauty of Italy, the people, and the culture, and must decide whether to return home to her old life or stay in the village and start a new one. Well, that's easy. Just stay there. I mean, pasta, wine, music. What more could you want? What else? I need short story ideas. Maybe if I say ideas instead of prompts, that will change something? Sure. Here are some short story ideas you might find interesting. 1. A person discovers that they have the ability to time travel. I give up. And soon realizes that every trip through time has unintended consequences. Okay, so it becomes very repetitive after a while. Now, this is the free version. I don't know if the premium version would give me a more diverse array of suggestions. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I can't read that fast. A small town is hit by a mysterious illness that causes people to forget their memories, and a group of survivors must band together to find a cure. Actually, I had an idea kind of similar to that the other day, about people who have like collective amnesia and what that would be like and how people would function. So I don't know, that one's kind of okay. A young woman inherits a house that is haunted by the ghost of a grandfather and must confront her family's dark secrets to put his spirit to rest. Oh, I like that one. That's cool. A group of friends decide to play a game of Russian roulette, but soon realize that the stakes are higher than they ever imagined. A woman wakes up one morning to find that all of the mirrors in her house have been replaced with doors to other dimensions. Ooh. Okay, now we're talking. An astronaut on a long mission to a distant planet must confront the realities of isolation and the fear of never returning home. A man goes on a solo backpacking trip through the wilderness and discovers a mysterious creature that had been lurking in the forest. A scientist creates an artificial intelligence that becomes self-aware and starts to question the morality of its creator. A group of strangers are stranded on a deserted island and must work together to survive, but soon realize they all have hidden agendas. That just sounds like the plot of Lost, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I want to write a movie script. That's great. Writing a movie script can be a challenging and rewarding experience. Here are a few tips to get you started. Okay. So now it's not giving me ideas, it's giving me tips. So choose a genre and plot, create memorable characters, write visually. Write visually is a very good tip, even for writing novels. Use dialogue effectively, keep it concise, edit and revise. Remember that writing a movie script is a creative process, so don't be afraid to experiment and take risks with your story. Good luck. Alright. One more. I need to write a time travel story. No. I need to write a book in a week. What can you do to help me? While it can be challenging to write a book in just 1 week, it's not impossible. Here are some tips that may help you. Create a detailed outline, set realistic goals, as if it's even remotely realistic to write a book in a week, but anyway. Eliminate distractions like ChatGPT. No, it doesn't say that, I added that. Write quickly, edit later, that's very good advice in general. Get feedback from others, take care of yourself. Okay, so my takeaway here is that I don't know if the AI is like aggregating advice from external sources on the internet, because this reads like a publisher's weekly tip list, and I know that I'm not well informed. I'm just playing around with it and probably selling all of my personal information in the process. But this has been a really interesting experiment, and I'm glad I did it, and I hope you guys had a little bit of fun watching me talk to a computer. As always, my name is Jess, this is Lola, of course, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.